guys! Today I want to share with you something that I really enjoy doing while I'm at home, and that is taking care of plants. So I have my watering can with me today, and I thought I could tell you a little bit about some of my plants and why I like them, and we could do some watering together. So here I have here's my special watering can. And normally my plants are all spread out through my home, but I kind of gathered them together today so I could show you them all in one spot. So we'll start with this big guy down here. This is called a snake plant. And I wonder if you guys can think about why it has that name. Do these leaves kind of look long and thin and stripy, a little bit like a snake? I think they do. And this plant is pretty big. It's standing here on the ground, and these guys can get really tall. And what's special about this plant is it does not like a lot of sunlight or a lot of water. So it's really, really easy to take care of. So I'm not going to give it any water today because I think it's pretty happy here right now. Its soil's not super dry. So we're going to just let it be and move on to another plant. This is another one of my favorites here. This is called a ZZ plant. And it has these really shiny green leaves. And it definitely likes to have some sunshine. The more sunshine it gets, the more bright green these leaves get, which I think is really neat. So we'll give this one some water. Good. The next plant here I think is really special because it grows these kind of lavender stripes on the leaves, and they grow really kind of long and viney and a little scraggly, and I think they're really interesting looking. And what's cool about these plants is some of them grow these stripes, and then some of them just kind of stay green like this. So it has different kind of leaves all in the same plant, which is pretty special. If you look closely down here, you can see a little baby one growing there. It's doing really good. And let's give this one some water. Good. The next plant I have over here is growing pretty big. It grows these tall, long leaves. And some of the leaves are pretty small. Like if we look underneath, it has some small ones down there. And then some of these are super huge. Look how big these leaves are. And I think this is a really cool plant too. Let's give this guy some water. This plant here is one of my absolute favorites. This one is called a peperomia, and it grows these really kind of silvery, almost sparkly, metallic kind of leaves. And I think that they are so beautiful, and it's got lots of little new leaves growing down here. So let's look at the soil. This soil actually looks pretty wet. Do you see how it's damp in there? So we're not going to give it any water today because we don't want to overwater it. Plants they all need some water and some sun, but not too much of either one, or it makes them kind of sick. Like if we eat too many sweets, right? So we're gonna leave that one alone, but I just wanna show it to you guys. And the next one over here, this is one that's a little bit different. Normally I have it hanging outside by this hook. And what I love about this one is it grows really long vines. You see how long these guys get? These ones are all the way down on the floor. And this is called a pothos, and it grows these pretty kind of green and yellow leaves. And they grow really big, and they like to dangle down from a hanging pot. So we'll give this one some water right in there. And this one likes to have lots of water and lots of sunshine. So normally I have it hanging outside so it can see the sun all the time. Now I have a few more small plants over here. Does anybody know what these ones are called? They have pretty pokey little spines coming out here. This is called a cactus. And these ones like to have lots of sunshine and not a lot of water. So I'm not going to give them any water today, but I think they're really neat to look at. Look at how pokey they are. So we want to be careful not to touch these. And they have these pokey things on them, so animals out in the wild, in the desert, don't eat them. It's pretty clever, huh? This one here, this is called a succulent. Actually, both of these are succulents, but they're different kinds. I really like the way this one grows out so round. And look, it's growing a new little friend right down here. Isn't that sweet? And what's special about succulents is that, see how these leaves are pretty thick? They're not, very thin like some of the other leaves that we see. And these are so thick because they hold the water inside of their leaf for a long time. They like a lot of sunshine and not a lot of water because they hang on to it inside for a long time. So I'm not going to give these any water today because they don't need it. But they are really, really special and really pretty and some of my favorites. And then this last little one over here, this is called bamboo. You see its little bamboo stalk here. And this one grows without a lot of light and without a lot of sunshine. But it does like to have a lot of water. So I filled the water up all the way to the top of its dish, and that'll keep it healthy and happy. And those are my plants, guys. If you guys have any plants at home, maybe you can share with me what kind they are and how you like to take care of them. And if not, maybe you can tell me something you guys like doing from home. Bye. I'll see you later.